my coochie finna do that. Like, I gotta go through that. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a highly requested video that I've been asked so many numerous times on all my Teen Mom videos, and that is my labor and delivery story time about Layla. So if y'all don't know, I did do a whole vlog, you know, on Tayden's child's birth, but the time that I had Layla, I was only 16. So at the time, I really wasn't doing YouTube. I was, but then I was like not consistent, so those videos are all deleted because they ain't good no way. So basically I was like, okay y'all, I can just do a story time on her particular labor and delivery. Don't mind my hair. My hair is currently being set right now, and I'm going to be doing my makeup after this, so don't mind it. I got the scarf on, y'all. But yeah, if y'all want to stay tuned to hear what I gotta say, you know, keep watching. Also, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your post notification bell so you can always be notified when I post a video. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Okay y'all, so obviously when I was pregnant with Layla, I was 16 years old. Actually, about the time that I was about to have her, I was about to turn 17, so I was 16 and some change, you know. Basically, I just remember I was actually full term, and she did come on the same date that they told me. Layla, she came full term, and I just remember one morning, I was just having contractions, okay? And I was in my bed, and I'm just thinking I'm having period cramps, because these contractions were a bit different than my pre-contractions that I was having before. Like, they weren't, I don't even know if they was considered contractions, but I know I was feeling pain. So when I was in my bed, I was like literally like just aching, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I know I'm not on my period. Why do I feel like this? So at this time, I was living with my mom and all that stuff. So I think it was on a Sunday. Yeah, it was on Sunday, I believe, because I think I remember her getting ready for church, and she couldn't go to church or something like that. It was something to that nature. I believe it was a Sunday, and she came on a Monday. So I was like, oh my god, I don't feel good. And then the contractions were, I'd say they were like 10 minutes apart. If I recall right, they were like 10 minutes apart, and they were just like non-stop. Like, I kept having contractions, like they were just hurting, sis. So I was like, Mom, I know I ain't tripping. My stomach hurt, I'm cramping. She was like, you're cramping? You having contractions? And I'm like, contractions? No kids, we talking about you. Once my mama told me that I might be having like contractions or whatever, I was just like low-key scared, because I kind of jinxed it, because I was like, oh my god, I was making Facebook posts. I remember I was like, my baby ain't coming yet. Like, she taking forever to come? Because I low-key was trying to like induce myself like at 38 and 39 weeks being pregnant. And I was just literally trying everything, y'all. So when I actually started contracting, I was low-key scared. I wasn't like happy. I was scared, y'all, because I used to see like little videos or whatever, like videos on Facebook of people pushing out their babies, sis. And I'm just like, my coochie finna do that. Like, I gotta go through that. I was low-key scared, and I was just like, I can't be contracting. Nah, I'm just probably, you know, I'm just probably tripping or whatever. It started getting closer and closer, and I was in so much pain that I was like, Mom, we gotta go to the hospital. And I ain't the one to always want to rush to the hospital, because I will say, I think a few days before I went to the hospital, because I felt like I was cramping and I was having contractions, and I was having real mild contractions, nothing severe. And they made me go home. And I was too pissed, because I was like, what the hell? I gotta go back home. So when this was happening again, I was like, they're gonna send me home. Like, I don't really want to go, but I got to, because now it's like really serious. And it was also the day before I was supposed to have her. She was like, okay, call Tony, get your hospital bag ready, let's go, this, and that. So first thing I did, I already had my stuff packed. Literally, I had my hospital bag packed because I literally did my research on what I need to bring to the hospital, what I need to bring for her for the hospital, all that stuff. So I literally had everything packed. I grabbed my bags. I called Tony. I was like,
hey, I'm contracting. So you're going to have to make a way to get to the hospital because we can't get to you right now. We might be having a baby.
So I called him, and then I called my best friend. And she literally, I'm gonna ask if she got some, she still got the videos, but I think she was recording me when I was like screaming, y'all, when I was contracting before I gave birth, because a bitch was in so much motherfucking pain. That shit was hurting, y'all. That shit was like severe. So this part of the story is going, it literally pissed me off, y'all. Like, it pissed me off to the max. Basically, the first time when we went to the hospital, the lady was like, oh, you don't have to go through that door, you can go through another door. We never been on that floor, because they was like, oh, next time just come on a second floor and you can come through this way. So we do that because we didn't want to go through the emergency exit because it's going to take a little longer for me to get up there. So we do that, and we're confused out of our minds. So we think that we got the right door that we got to go through, right? I'm contracting. I'm in so much pain. Like, I'm surprised I was walking. I was crying. I was like,
Ma, I can't.
And she was like, do you want me to get a wheelchair? I'm like, we can't find a wheelchair because there ain't no freaking door that we can go through. So we're banging on the door, and I think it was a telephone. You okay? I think there was a telephone in that little entryway, and she had picked up the phone. She called, and she was like, we're at the door and nobody's answering. She was like, oh, you're at the wrong door, we're gonna come to you. So when she said that, I was like, oh my God. Like, she was like, yeah, my daughter having contractions, da. Mind you, my mama told her that I was having contractions. So why didn't the nurse bring a freaking wheelchair? I don't know why she didn't bring a wheelchair. That really made me so mad. So I literally was in so much pain. And when she gets there, she's like, oh, do you need a wheelchair? I was like, I was so mad. And y'all know what, you cannot piss a pregnant person off, especially when they finna go into labor or they're contracting or any of that sort. Bye-bye. So why are you telling them bye-bye? So basically, I was like, no, I don't need no wheelchair. You should have got one when you was on your way here. My mama told you I was contracted. So thinking back on that, I sound like a bitch. But I was pregnant. Like, come on, now, that's common sense. You're a nurse. Why wouldn't you bring the wheelchair to me if you know my mom was telling you I was contracted? I was kind of irritated by it then. So as we're coming in, they wanted me to fill out all this information, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm really contracting. Like, I need to see a doctor. Like, I came here previously, and y'all should have my information in there. So why am I signing all these papers, this and that? My mom was like, I'll just do it for you or whatever. I forgot how it all went, but I was getting really aggravated because they wanted me to sign all these papers, and I was in so much pain. So they took me, what's up? So they took me to the back. When they took me to the back, they see that I was dilated. And I believe I was only 2 centimeters dilated. Guess what these fools try to have me do? Yes, they wanted me to go home. They were like, the doctor said, because it wasn't my doctor, and my doctor didn't even deliver me, which was the crazy part. Literally, it was a whole man doctor, and I had a woman doctor that was supposed to be my doctor, and she was nowhere to be found. So basically, he was like, oh, you're not far dilated enough, you can go home. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, no, sir. My mom was like, oh my God, like, really? Like, he had left out. And I was like, Ma, I'm not going home. I'm not going home because I'm in so much pain. Why would y'all send me home? Like, I'm in too much pain to go home. So I was like, okay, can you give me a ball I can bounce on, because I know that helps with you to dilate more. I was like, just send me a ball and I'm gonna bounce on it, and we're gonna see if I dilate anymore. So he was like, all right. So they sent me a ball. Actually, the ball was in the bathroom. So I got on the ball, started bouncing. I was in so much pain. I felt like I had to poop. I felt like I had to do everything, this, that, and the third. I think I even tried to poop and nothing came out. And I was just so aggravated. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. They won't give me no epidural because I'm not dilated far enough. And then after I bounced on that ball, I dilated 4 centimeters. During this time, my best friend was in the room and my mom, because my best friend lived literally down the street from me, and Tony lived on way across from the other side of town. So once I found out I was 4 centimeters dilated and they were going to admit me, I basically called him up and I was like, hey, get to this hospital right now because I'm 4 centimeters dilated now and they finna admit me to the room. So he hurry up and came. He came and everybody was in the actual room where I was going to be delivering it at. And I'm just in pain, like literally in pain still. And I'm just like, oh my God, where is this epidural at? Like, the epidural took so freaking long. I was in so much pain. I was crying and it literally felt like hell. Like with Tayden, it was a breeze, sis. Like, it was barely any pain at all. Like, they were like, you're not in pain, like you don't feel anything. And I'm like, no ma'am, like I don't feel crap. And Layla was just like, maybe because it was my first baby and it was like, oh my God. But Tayden was a breeze here. And they finally gave me the epidural, so everybody had to leave except Tony. And I'm literally screaming, like, not screaming, I'm literally terrified because my mama had told me previously that the epidural is actually like a big ass needle. And I never, ever, ever, as much research I did, I never attempted to try to research how big the needle was with the needle, how they do the procedure, none of that. I was like, no. One thing, I'm not scared of needles. I get shots. But when my mom told me it was a humongous needle and if you move, you're going to get paralyzed. Like, I don't know if that's a lie or whatever. But she literally told me that that's what they told her back then. So I was like, I'm not moving. No, I'm scared. And I was literally shaking. I'm holding I'm holding Tony's hand. And I'm shaking like this. And I'm just like, looking down. They finally gave me the epidural. I was numb to the numb. Like, I was numb. I was dosed up. I was off the drugs. No, I was just playing. But literally, I was numb. I didn't feel nothing. So this is probably in the evening time. They kept telling me hours and hours and hours and hours. They kept telling me to get some sleep, and I could not sleep for nothing. I think I took a little nap, and then that was it. I could not get sleep for nothing, y'all. Let's say around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I really don't know. Tony knows all the details of what times and all that stuff. I don't know, because when I'm finna have a baby, I'm just ready to get the baby out of me. We started pushing. And they were actually pre-labor pushes. So I was just pushing with the nurse. And she was just showing me how to push, how to practice, and stuff like that for the real pushes. Then she checked how far I was dilated. And she said, oh, yep, we're going to get the nurse because you're 9 centimeters and we're finna start, doing real pushes. The doctor came in and we were just pushing and pushing and pushing. During this whole time, you guys, I was literally like, I don't know, like I was zoned out. I ignored everybody. I told them to put a rag over my face. I didn't want to see anybody. I literally just didn't want to see nobody. I just wanted to push and be in my zone. So I'm just pushing. And then in the meantime, while I'm pushing, the nurse is like so motivational because this chick, she was in my ear.
You got this. You got this. Push, Tati. Don't you want to see your baby? You got this. You got this. Push. Your baby's almost here.
And every time, like I swear she would say this every 5 minutes. Your baby's almost here. Your baby. I'm like, I remember saying, dang, y'all keep saying my baby almost here. When's she gonna get here? And he started laughing. And I was like, bruh, if y'all don't like hurry up, like help me hurry up and get this baby out of me. Like y'all keep saying she's almost here, but it felt like forever. I was literally pushing for hours, y'all. And she finally came. 12 o'clock, 12:08, 12:15, I don't know. She finally came and she was 8 pounds and 9 ounces, 8 pounds, 12 ounces, something like that. I can't really remember. Literally, Tony remembers everything. Like I was saying, after I had Layla, she came out. Everybody says they're not gonna cry. I literally was crying like a baby. Like I was crying. I was like crying. I feel like Layla was our struggle baby. Because what I mean by struggle baby is we went through a lot with Layla, and we really made it really far. Like we got our own place, we got our own apartment, we got a car, we got our own jobs, we're living, really good to have 2 kids and us being, teenagers. Although Tony does turn 20, I turn 19 this year. So it's like we are really far in our, lives, and we're really, I'm going to say successful, but we're reaching to a lot of success in the long run. So Layla, she was a struggle baby, but she We pushed through. What? So yeah, that's how you came here, Lay. You say something? No. And that's basically it. That's the labor and delivery. So yeah, that's our video. My story time. So I hope y'all enjoy it. If y'all did, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed to our channel. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Bye.
Bye.